before Wednesday's episode on July 22nd, before the Veto episode, we're going to pull some cards, see if there's some strategies, blind spots, shifting alliances, and what's going on with some of the house guests, who's the most strategic, and what maybe they're not telling us. Check back after the Wednesday episode and see how accurate it is. These cards are extremely slippery, so they're really hard to work with. They're just sliding all over the place. So our first question is, what is the overall energy surrounding the house currently? We have the Queen of Cups, so the overall energy is very emotional. There are a lot of emotions going on, but they have control of their emotions. It's not like too chaotic, although from the end of that last episode, I feel like it was pretty emotionally chaotic. But right now, currently, the house is very emotional, but it's not a chaotic emotion. But there's tons of emotions flying around. So justice reversed means that things aren't fair. A lot of the players are feeling that things are very unfair. So maybe they're emotional about the unfairness in the house. Things are feeling unbalanced. Chariot means that there are a lot of challenges, so it seems pretty tumultuous and very emotional, but not chaotic, like a calm, controlled emotion. Maybe emotion is all internal now, although I feel in the last episode definitely wasn't internal. The Chariot is all about challenges and having the confidence and strength to overcome those challenges, to keep pushing and moving forward. So I feel that's kind of the energy of the house. People are thinking that there's a lot that is unfair, that maybe some people have advantages that others don't, but no one's giving up. No one wants to quit. Everyone wants to face the challenges and move forward. Everyone's doing their best to control their emotions. So I think maybe there was a blow up. We saw it at the end of the episode, but now currently things are a lot calmer. So what is the head of household not seeing? Devon's right now is the head of household, and we have the Nine of Wands reversed. The Nine of Wands is all about standing your guard. Like, he's waiting to be attacked. He's built this wall and he's waiting to be attacked. So he knows he can't be attacked from behind because he's got a wall, but he's standing guard with a weapon and looking for someone opposing him to come challenge him. He's on defense, but the card was reversed, so he's not on defense. He's laid down. He's not expecting anyone to attack him, so I think he feels in a pretty good position, but at any moment he feels capable to be on defense. But right now he's not. He's kind of resting, taking a break a little bit. He's not being defensive, although he has the ability to at any moment flip and become defensive. So this is what he is not seeing. So he's kind of blind to his need to be defensive. He should be trying a little more to protect himself. Then we have the Fool. So this is the very first card in tarot, and it's about this young, optimistic guy going on an adventure, and he's super excited, really prepared, happy, but he's walking to the edge of a cliff and he's just going to fall right off of it. So this is Devon's right now. He feels really confident, which actually makes perfect sense about why he's not being defensive. He feels he doesn't have to because he's super confident. He thinks, this is the very beginning of my journey and I've just done an amazing job. I'm crushing it. Anything's available to me. I have so many opportunities and life is great right now. So he's a little bit too confident. That's a blind spot. He's not seeing threats. He's just kind of thinking, oh, this HOH business is pretty easy. Now we have the Hermit reversed. So the Hermit is all about turning inward. So being by yourself, being isolated, but it's reversed. So he feels that he is very connected. He's not isolated, but in reality, I think he's more alone. He's more isolated than he thinks he is. If this card was the correct way, he would be aware of how isolated he is. He would feel really alone, but this card is reversed, so he's not aware of how alone he is. I think he has maybe some fake allies. There's people lying to him. He's not aware that he is pretty isolated. He doesn't have as many people as he thinks he has on his side. So it looks like he's very naive. He's feeling really good about his HOH, but there's a lot of stuff that he's just just completely ignoring. There are people that are not on his side, that don't see themselves working with him. They see themselves separate from him, and he's not aware of that. He doesn't have his defenses up. So now I'm going to go into each house guest. Which house guest has the strongest strategic energy this week? So we're going to start with the HOH, Devin. So he has a 7 of Pentacles. So again, this just shows he's resting. He's not doing anything. He feels like he's done his work. The 7 of Pentacles is this guy. He's in his garden and he's looking, admiring his work, all the hard work that he's done. That's what Devins is doing. That's not very strategic. That's taking a step back and letting things unfold, which technically that could be a strategy and that might work for him. But considering those other cards previously about him needing his defenses and him actually being alone, I don't think that's the best position to be in, to just sit back and not have a strategy. Just admire previous work that you've done. Next up, we have Rome. So Rome has the King of Swords. So swords are all about intelligence and communication, and the king is the final card of the suit. So kings are usually very smart. They're quick-witted. They have a lot of knowledge and they can share the knowledge, but it's reversed. So Rome doesn't have knowledge and he's not saying the right things. He's very unaware about things going on in the house, and he's not saying the stuff that he needs to say. He's not communicating the way that he needs to communicate. So between these two, I'd say Devins has a better strategy right now, because sitting and watching work that you've done is better than doing the wrong thing, saying the wrong stuff. So Rome's really just talking too much, saying the wrong thing to the wrong people. Then we have Jason. Jason got the 9 of Swords, but again, reversed. So the 9 of Swords is about anxiety. It's about just ruminating over fears or worries, but it is reversed. So Jason has a lot of fears, a lot of worry, a lot of anxiety, and I think we saw the start of that, but he's not thinking about them. He's not ruminating over them. This guy, he's awake at night because of his thoughts. He can't sleep because he can't stop thinking about things. He's worried about things that he's scared about, things that people said, things that he said, but Jason is not doing that. That's his strategy, is just to push those fears and anxieties away. So Jason's strategy is he has a lot of emotions, a lot of thoughts, but he's pushing all of those down. He's not paying attention to them. So we don't know what happened between him and Angela at the end of the episode, but we're going to find out on Wednesday and we'll see if that makes sense. Next we have Lyric, and Lyric has the 8 of Swords. So Lyric is on the block, and the swords again about communication and speaking and thoughts and words. She has the 8 of Swords, which is someone they've got a blindfold on and they're tied up, so they're unable to move. But in reality, she has everything available to her to take off that blindfold and untie herself. She's not incapable of releasing herself, but she's not releasing herself. She feels stuck. So Lyric feels stuck, but this card was reversed. So she feels stuck and she's not able to get unstuck yet, but she trusts and knows that she's going to be freed. She knows she is capable of being freed. She doesn't necessarily know how. So this isn't a great strategy. I feel like she's depending on someone else to free her. She's looking for someone else to help her, to save her, but she knows she can do it herself. She's just not willing or able or capable to do it herself yet. She wants to see if someone else will do it for her. Then we have Melody, who is also a nominee, and she has the Page of Wands. So from all these cards, the Page of Wands, I would say, is actually the most strategic card. She's in the best place, besides of course the HOH, who is just sitting back and watching his chaos that he created. The Page of Wands, and it was upright, is about having ideas and being very passionate and taking action, doing what needs to be done and knowing how to do it, having the ideas, having the creativity, having the passion, having the drive, and doing it, going after it. But again, it's a page, it's not a knight, and it's not a king, so it's not complete, but it is farther along than, say, the 9 or 10 of Wands. So she's very optimistic. She's very action-oriented. She's doing what needs to be done, and I think this card would say that Melody is pretty successful in doing what needs to be done. She knows what needs to be done, and she has a lot of passion, a lot of drive, and it's working for her. So out of these cards, I'd say currently Melody has the best strategy. So does Devins, while Rome, Jason, and Lyric fall behind. Let me know who you think has the the best strategy according to these cards. And our final question is, what unexpected twist or turning point could change the game before eviction? So we see Veto on Wednesday, but what could happen before Thursday's episode? The Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is a woman who has a very sharp tongue. She says what she thinks and she's not afraid to say it. She speaks her mind, and she does it in a way that sometimes can come across maybe a little harshly, but it comes from a good place. She has a good heart, and I feel this says that there's going to be a woman, there's going to be someone, a female in the show, that is going to say something that is going to kind of turn the house upside down, or say something that's going to switch someone's vote, or say something that's going to save herself. There's going to be words exchanged, and they're going to be powerful, and they're going to speak truth, and everyone around them is going to realize that truth. We also have reversed the High Priestess. So again, that is very feminine energy. So we've got two very female focused cards. That doesn't necessarily mean that it is the gender of female, but it's a feminine energy. So it is a more intuitive energy, especially with the High Priestess. That is a very intuitive card. So the High Priestess can see behind the veil. She can see in darkness, she can see in light, and she has a lot of knowledge. She's very intuitive. She knows things other people don't know. So there's going to be, I think, some information or a secret. This is definitely points to a secret, something being spoken about and something being interpreted with intuition, or some knowledge is going to be uncovered. Someone's going to share a secret that's going to change the direction of the game or change the direction of a vote. Our final card is the Four of Pentacles. Reversed again, a lot of reversals. So the Four of Pentacles is about feeling like you don't have enough or you are not enough, feeling like you need to grab onto the little that you do have, scared that you may not ever get more. So he's really hugging this pentacle and he's holding them all really tightly and really closely because he's scared that he's going to lose something. So it was reversed. So that means that someone is aware that they are kind of clinging on to something. So I think there's going to be some truth revealed, and someone's going to hold on to that truth, and it's going to benefit them. They're going to cling to knowledge, cling to a secret, and share it at the perfect time in the perfect way, and it's going to really shake things up. And there's also going to be someone that's not going to share something, so they're going to hold something in and use it maybe at a later time. It's going to benefit them by keeping something hidden. So there's definitely something hidden. It looks like it's going to come out. I think it's going to be hard to come out. I think there's going to be a lot of talk, chatter around it, and people are going to hear different things, say different things, believe different things, and hopefully we, the audience, can know the truth and see who's lying and who's not, and what secrets are revealed or what secrets are kept hidden. Come back in the comments after the episode. Let me know how I did or what I did wrong, or if I interpreted something wrong, or let me know before the episode how accurate do you think this is, and I'll do it again. I plan on doing these throughout the season. I hope to be doing them weekly. We'll see how it goes, but be sure to like and subscribe for more Big Brother tarot readings.